one box of cookies from any girl who asks me, but they have to ask. I just remember from when I was that size selling cookies, I hated doing it, and my daughters hated doing it. You know, but we make them do it because it's good for them. So anyway, yeah, go strong. It's been from what I understand, it's been a very good cookie sale for just about everybody. So, yay!
I lead a teen group that organizes events for a place where my kids take homeschool classes, and they're trying to fundraise right now. And I had any Girl Scouts in the room come up and show us how to sell because they weren't selling the tickets. I said, show us. You gotta yell it out. I want to hear you in the classroom. Show us how to. Well, because they all know each other. I know Girl Scouts aren't supposed to do that, but I had the Girl Scouts in the room show everyone how to sell stuff.
Yeah.
And it forced them to come out of their shell. Some of them really did not want to have to approach people, but I told them they're not smart. So
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. So what's wrong? What's hard with it?
No, it's not really itself. You know, the older girls, it's harder for themselves, but we had a bunch of rude, crazy customers.
No.
She's been like cursed at for asking to buy cookies, like flipped off.
No.
It's so hard for the older girls now. It's like my daughter was like so down. It's like we had to close the booth early because she just didn't want to be there anymore.
Yeah.
It is hard when they lose their cuteness. It's hard.
Yeah.
But I keep telling you, you gotta just make conversation. Right?
Yeah. No, it's the first year she experienced like this. Like most of actually all of our personal booth girls experienced this year. It's like it's hard.
Yeah, that's really. But when you do your final paperwork, please include those notes in your paperwork because the office needs to know that this is a problem. If you know, any issues, anything. Obviously, if anything is a safety issue, you need to be calling the office right away and letting them know what's going on. Or Tana or me or, you know, somebody so that we can come and support you somehow. If it's me chasing somebody off, I'll do it.
So will she. It's more of a drive-by. Like, I didn't want to say anything because my daughter's doing a booth, but I just told her it wasn't appropriate. You didn't do anything wrong. But she thought she said did something wrong. But you've been doing this for years. You didn't do anything wrong.
No.
It's just it was a customer, you know?
Yeah. And, you know, it's one of those things that I have a friend who sells, her daughter sells cookies. Yes, she sells cookies. But she's had situations like that, and she says it's just they're having a bad day. And some of them feel bad because they can't buy the cookies from you, and that's the only reaction that they can think of at the moment. So it's not against the girls. So, and we just keep on going. What else was there? So she says to ask if everyone got emails from Karen with all the council flyers.
No.
I didn't.
A lot of the flyers are blurry.
Okay.
The one with like 8 or.
I think so, yeah. And I had the same issue. So it was, you know, yeah, it's like take the glasses off to read. So, okay, I will let them know that. She'll probably tell them, Tana will probably have Karen just resend them out. The other thing is, how many of you are familiar with Operation Relaxation? Weekend at Camp for Adults. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of really good food. There are no girls in camp at all, so we can have wine with dinner. It's just a time for you to go and celebrate the year, and to mingle with other leaders who are doing the same thing you are. Some of them are doing different things, so it's a great time to get some ideas. There's a masseuse that usually comes up. There's wine. When I say there's wine, you can't have it in your tent, but you can have it in the dining hall. But you know, it's a really nice way to, if you have never been to any of the Girl Scout camps, it's a really nice way to get an idea of what the camp is like for when the girls. It is May 2nd weekend.
It's the second weekend of May, usually.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it went out. I used to be on the committee a long time ago. I shouldn't say a long time ago. I guess 2 years, 3 years ago.
The
after
second
my mom moved in.
weekend?
I think it's the
can't be on
first
it,
weekend
but,
this
May
year.
1st, 2nd, 3rd.
Yeah, it's the very first weekend
It's
in
the
May.
very first weekend, because
Tea
they always
party.
do it before Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it is a lot of fun. You do intermix with other troop leaders, like she said, but not just in our service unit. It's all
It's
service units.
council-wide.
It's all council-wide. And there's also singing. They do
Silk
hiking
screening.
trips, the ones that want to do that, so.
It's a good, if you've never been to the camp, it's a good time to go, just to get eyes on it, but it's
Which camp's it at?
Skylark. Mhm.
Is it, just one date?
It's the whole weekend.
It's
the
the first,
weekend.
2nd, 3rd of May.
It's the weekend.
It's the weekend, it's a whole weekend.
That's that mother-daughter tea party.
Mm-hmm. What else is there? Those are the instructions on remembering how to lock the door, but I don't need to do that. She said, so we've already talked about it, remind everybody to be safe at the sales and have fun. There was one more that she added afterwards. Oh, just remember that the door is tricky and you have to play with the fob, so you guys don't have to worry about that. That's about all that I know of.
I'm still
Okay.
recruiting, so if you haven't signed up, everybody who did sign up should have gotten an email. You got your email, right? Okay. Should have gotten your email. Sorry, we're not late. With food packing. If you haven't signed up and you want to donate, it's not a big dollar commitment. We're looking for, it's probably about $10 a girl, depending on how you do it. Some troops are just asking the girls to ask their family members, hey, when you look in your pantry for canned vegetables or whatever it is that they were asked for, it's stuff you would find in your pantry. So it's easy to collect. So if your girls want to participate, I'm still taking signups because I'm still short some items. We're going to be feeding about 100 bags. And it's
No. Families.
families, sorry, packing 100 bags for 100 families.
Don't call those people bags.
And the food is due by April 4th. I will pick up if I have a truck, so if you need it picked up, if you can't make it, to drop it off. And I can email you the drop-off location. And then we're packing the bags on Monday night at 6 p.m.
Okay. I'm just looking through my stuff to see if there's anything in my email from Tana, but there's not.
Is there anything out about Camp Florida?
Not
Is there
yet.
one?
It's not, it's booked, but it's not, they're not done with the flyer yet. I'm guessing the next service unit meeting, they'll have the information out.
Probably before the meeting, that they'll get something out.
And did you find out about the service meeting? Because it's the same day as your food.
It
packet.
is, and I was gonna talk to Tana about it tonight. My suggestion was to move the leader meeting to St. Julie's, so that way, we'd probably be most of the way done packing the bags, and then the leaders can either help pack the bags at the end, or just we'd have the meeting there. So I'll talk to Tana, and
That would make sense.
she'll send an update, because we have the whole hall for the evening.
That would make sense.
Only because I'm here. For the ones that don't know, I'm Carol. I'm the treasurer for the service unit. So might as well get a pre-warning. Your financial statements are coming due soon. So make sure you're keeping your receipts and getting your financial paperwork in line and that. So I don't know if I'll be here next month, but usually that's when council has a presentation sometimes and that. I don't know if she will, but I usually try to come to April. That way if there's any questions, they are turned in at my house. Some people don't like doing that. I have a box. I am there every day except for half day and that, but I have caregivers for my mom and they can bring things in. So anyway, some people mail them because they don't like that method. So, but yeah, just be aware that it's coming up and that way you can get your paperwork in order instead of last minute. It's usually May something that have not been given the date and that this year. So I don't know if they're going to change it or not change it. I have no idea. And, but it usually is in May. And so used to be June, then they moved it up.
But it goes through April?
Pardon?
It's as of the end of April, right?
Yeah, I think that your financial, usually your bank statements, the end of April is due. That's why I said I'd go ahead and mention it, because it's coming up type thing. Again, they haven't sent me anything to let me know if there's gonna be any changes, we're gonna have the same dates, or I haven't heard nothing.
Last year it was
so-
May.
Was it May?
It was the May statement, not April.
The May statement?
It was
Okay.
May.
Because they've done April, they've done May,
Mhm.
and that, so I haven't heard anything. I know we're having summit in March for the teen people and that, so if I can swing a babysitter for my mom, then I might try to go, because that way if there's any updates, I have it, type thing. Because they're not good about keeping me informed. They're just not. And so,
I just had a thought and it went out the window, because Hannah says there's nothing else that she can think of. Think of what this was that I was thinking about.
See what she said that you lost your thought too?
Cookies. Product sales. Just remembering deadlines, making sure that you've got your deposits done, all your paperwork is in, ready to go. If you are depositing large amounts of cash at Wells Fargo, please be aware that you will receive fees. You will be charged fees for cash deposits. I went in and talked to the branch manager. I do it every single year. And he said, you know, this year it's beyond his control. There's nothing that he can do about it. What he suggested is that we make deposits once a week, you know, until all of your money is deposited.
Write a check.
You know, and I'm going, no, can't do that.
But how is that gonna help him?
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a monthly fee.
My
Yeah.
bank,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what he was saying, is split it up so that you're bringing it in, so that you're under the limit. And I said, we can't do that, because.
my bank doesn't charge fees, so I
You can't do
deposit
it.
at my bank and then wrote a check to the troop.
Yeah.
Because my bank doesn't have fees.
Yeah, but you have to be really careful with doing that,
Yes, I know.
because it can appear to be an embezzlement. And we don't want Girl Scout embezzlement
No.
practice. So, you just have to be really, really clear, really upfront with what's going on.
So a question in regards to that is because of those fees that they charge and because of the monthly fees that they no longer waive, is there maybe like from higher ups thinking about maybe banking somewhere else that can go back to waiving those fees and then it's not taking from the girls' money?
I have been on a pedestal trying to get people
Trying to
to
get them to
do that.
understand.
What it's finally come down to is that when it started that we had, you know, everybody went to Wells Fargo, we were told everyone has to go to Wells Fargo because that makes it easier for council to do the withdrawals and make the pay, you know, do all of that stuff. They have relaxed on that a little bit, that if you have a bank that you can take and do it, you know, it just needs to be approved by the office first. But, you know, for the most part, it's just easier for them to just say, everybody do Wells Fargo, then they have control over when and where they can do withdrawals, they can watch your accounts, you know. I don't think there's ever really anybody that's actually watching the accounts.
no.
They just want their money from cookies and from fall product sales. So it's just, you know, like I say, I have been a strong advocate of it. I've got 3 girls selling, and I've got one girl that's almost at 3,000 boxes of cookies right now, so you can imagine the amount of money that's going in and out of my bank account. I stood watching them count $4,400 of cash yesterday. So, and it's like, I know that when that is said and done, you know, within 2 weeks, there's gonna be a withdrawal from the bank account. And that's not money that we get back. But in that sense, though, one of the things to be aware of is if you do have the fee charged to your troop, you can file an ACH report and you will be reimbursed for it. But you have to make sure that you're aware of it. It has to be within, like, from what I understand, it's like a month after sales close that you have to be filling this out. You can't wait until the middle of the summer and look at your bank statement and go, oh, hey, we got this fee here, you know, and I think I need to, you know, you need to make sure that you're staying on top of it. But you can file an ACH report, which I've already got mine started.
Is that just for the monthly fees or is that for that deposit fee?
It's for the
that you-
deposit fee.
Oh, it is for.
It's for the deposit fee.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when you think about it, you know,